Welcome to Add a Little Dazzle. In today's video, I will be teaching you how to create personalized lip moisturizers for an upcoming baby shower, birthday party, or any other celebration where the theme is transportation. In today's video, we will be using my digital studio and Add a Little Dazzle transfer sheets. You will learn how to take a digital punch and fill it with designer series paper and digital images to create a beautiful personalized party favor for your upcoming event. I am so excited about today's project that is perfect for celebrating that young boy in your life. So let's get started. As you can see here, I've already opened a document. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over here to my resource palette and I'm going to click on the punches button. And then I'm going to click on browse and I'm going to come to and choose basics and click open. And you're going to notice that the punches are right here. I'm going to choose the 1 1/4 inch square punch. I'm going to double click on it and it will appear on my screen. Now I'm going to place my cursor inside of it, right click it, scroll down to edit object, left click, uncheck key proportions, and I am going to enter 2.45 for the width and 2.708 for the height. As you can see, there is my shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cursor inside of it, left click, and drag. Now, one thing that you need to keep in mind when doing this is that I set my printer to a 1-inch margin on all 4 sides. And that is the only way that the measurements that I am using will work. If your borders are different, then you'll have to readjust the size of the sleeve, as it will not work, because when you change the border size, that changes how much it condenses or expands. Okay, so now that I have my rectangle here, I'm going to go to the design center in the right hand column and I'm going to choose paper film. There we go. And I have scrolled down to the on the go, which is part of the designer kits, and I chose on the go. And I'm going to find a designer series paper that I want, and the one that I chose was on the go 11, so I highlighted it, clicked OK, and you will see that it is now here. Now one thing you will notice is that the little bubbles on it are really big, and I really don't want them to be that big, and so I found a really neat trick to adjust that. And so you double click on it and it will open this punch image editor for you. And so what you're going to do is where it says zoom on the little image with the minus sign, you're going to click on it, and as you can see, it is pulling it back, and so it is allowing the dots to be further away and smaller. And I thought that was a really neat effect that you can do, because sometimes when you are printing, when you're actually, filling the paper, the image comes out too big. I will show you what I mean here. Let's take another one where it's really big. For example, this one. Okay, and as you can see here, it's really big and I don't want it that big. And so again, I would double click on it and I would click on the minus, and as you can see, it's going away, so it is not as close and more of the image is filled on my paper. Look how cool that is. And so I really like that effect. And so that was a new thing I learned how to do, and I thought I'd share that with you. So anyway, I'm going to go back here to on the go 11, click on it, and we'll practice again here. Minus, I usually do about 8 minuses. It depends on how far away you want it to be, so it's up to you. And so right here I have filled it in. And so now what I need to do is I need to get the oval punch, and so it's right here in the left hand column, and I am going to double click on it, and here it is. And so now I'm going to go to matte, set it at 3, and change the color to cherry cobbler, and click OK, and then OK again. There it is. Now it's still highlighted, so I'm going to come over here to color fill, and I'm going to click berry vanilla and OK. Okay, so here's my oval. I'm going to right click on it, scroll down to edit object, left click, uncheck keep proportions, and I am going to adjust the size of my oval, 1.786, and 0.836x, and there it is. And now I'm going to put my cursor inside, left click, and drag it to where I want it in the center of the rectangle and let it go. Now I'm going to come over here to embellishments, click browse, and I'm going to go down to my designer kit, digital kits, and I'm going to find, actually it's not there, it's up here. It was the designer kits. Okay, so here it is, on the go embellishments, click open, and there they are. And so I'm going to scroll down right here, and here's the image of the on the go car. And so I just open that, and I want to right click on the car so that I can adjust its size, uncheck keep proportions, set it to 1.077 and 0.68. Click X, and there it is. Okay, so now I have resized my image. I'm going to right click on it, and I want to bring it to the front. And I actually forgot to do that with the oval too. You always want to make sure you bring everything to the front so it's on the top layer. So now that I right clicked and left clicked on bring to front, I am now going to come over here where it says mirror, and I'm going to flip the car. And the reason I'm going to flip the car is because I told you all that when we are doing this, everything has to be in reverse when we're doing it on transfer sheets. So where I would normally want my car over here, I'm going to place it over here so when I print it, it is facing the opposite direction. So now I'm going to scroll down over here to the words, and I am going to look for let's scoot. There it is. So I'm going to double click on it, and I'm going to right click on it, scroll down, edit object, uncheck keep proportions, and I'm going to set the size to 0.851 and 0.439, and there it is. Now again, I'm going to right click on it, bring to front, and then I'm going to go to mirror, and I'm going to flip it around again because everything is done in reverse. Put my cursor inside and drag it to where I want it to be, and then I just adjust it. Sometimes that happens when I try to drag it that it doesn't move for me, so I just go to edit object and I just manually adjust it, and you can see it going up, and then I just go wrong direction that way, and there you go. There are so many different designs in this designer kit, and here's a sample of them so you can see what you can do. All of these have a beautiful transportation theme, and on my PDF file that is at www.addalittledazzle.com, you will find the step-by-step instructions for creating each one with all the measurements for the sentiments, for the embellishments, and everything, and with the color of the designer series paper so you know which one exactly to use. And so once you've done all this, make sure that you set the resolution on your printer to high and the paper to photo paper, and then you can print these on the matte side of the Add a Little Dazzle transfer film, and you're ready to begin assembling. I invite you to visit us at www.addalittledazzle.com for part 2 of this video to show you how to assemble these. Thanks so much and have a dazzling day.